Tried bumping it with a beer case to help get the wheels unstuck. What?
This is the most ridiculous thing I've seen. I'm going to fix my broken tractor with a liquor sickle, and I'm also going to pick up the trailer attachment with the tractor forklift, but the tractor forklift is getting stuck. This is great. Oh my
With the help of
god. Welcome back to another NEKO Reacts. Today we're continuing my summer car.
Hello again. Welcome back to Finland.
I was
In the
scared
last
he's gonna
video,
come
we
through the
experienced
screen.
the many wonders.
That actually, now I think of it, that would actually be kind of funny. If he like put like a screen break effect, that'd be funny.
Welcome back to Finland.
Thank you.
In the last video, we experienced the many wonders of Finnish culture. Building
we
a rally
did.
car, getting very intoxicated, tractor driving, bug, dying of dehydration, hydraulic press channel, dying for pissing on the TV, dying from giant wasps, getting into a bus, having the bus collide with another car head-on, getting stuck, reverting your progress, hopping on a motorbike and dying from a rally car smashing into you at 150 kilometers an hour.
Oh, that hurt.
You know,
The good
normal
stuff.
Finnish stuff. Last video we died a lot of times and made zero progress because
Yeah.
every time I died I had to start over from the beginning. In this video I've disabled permadeath. Trust me, this was a good idea.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna actually
Sometimes the best thing to do to enjoy a game is to make the game slightly easier. Not completely easier, just slightly easier. You don't need to play everything on hard mode to enjoy it, right?
In this video I've disabled permadeath. Trust me, this was a good idea.
It
Today
is.
we're gonna actually build up our rally car
Definitely
and
was.
with some luck win the rally. Death
Yay,
will not
let's
stop
go.
us, but it'll definitely get in the way. So
Okay.
let us begin.
Wait,
We began
how does death get in the way on a no death? If your settings are on no death, how does death get in the way? I guess we'll find out, huh?
Let us begin. We began back at home, with the car ready for assembly. I got the wheels from the wasp-infested mansion, and the car was built. To get the car running, I had to buy a few more things from
There's no
town.
innards.
Of course, the only vehicle I had access to was the slow, not fun, very boring tractor. Normally getting to town would take it about 15 minutes. However, I got into town significantly faster because of this.
What? Huh?
The train. Disabling permadeath was one of
The
the best
train.
decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Because if I had to build the car again, things would have gone down.
No! Got it.
Very different.
So you still die, but you don't lose all your progress. That's okay. You know, that's perfectly reasonable, honestly. I like that.
Because if I had to build the car again, things would have gone down. Very differently.
Really bad.
I woke up in the graveyard in town, bought the battery I needed, and pondered how to get home. Our best
Yeah.
option was getting a ride from the guy in the green car.
I don't
My
think
cousin.
that'll work.
Peter.
Wait, will it? It worked!
This is a man that has nothing better to do than drive along the dirt road at ridiculous
Thank you,
speeds,
Pina.
24 hours a day, one hand on the wheel, and the other
Yep.
on the vodka. Definitely someone I'd like to climb into it.
So, about that vodka bottle. How many of us actually think it's on the vodka? I have an inkling of a feeling it's not just on the vodka. That's all I'm gonna say.
24 hours a day, one hand on the wheel, and the other on the vodka.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely someone I'd like to climb into a car with. Now, if you were being driven home by a raging alcoholic, do you think swearing at him would be a good idea?
No.
Shortly after giving the finger, he stomped the gas, accelerated to a very high speed, launched the car at 100 kilometers an hour directly into a tree,
Oh my god.
and we both died.
Yes, you did.
Maybe swearing at him was not such a good idea.
Don't
So this
do that.
time, I let him drive me home at a much more reasonable 60 kilometers an hour.
That's pretty
But
fast.
you know what can go a lot faster than 60 kilometers an hour? The F-14 Tomcat from today's sponsor, War Hunter. War Thunder. That's right, players. The most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever created. 2,000 vehicles, tanks, aircraft, helicopters, and... Oh no. Combined arms warfare. What does that even mean? I have no idea. It's either multiple modes of combat within the same battle space or something to do with Siamese twins. Every single vehicle is detailed and modeled down to the smallest detail. Health bars? No.
We've had a lot of War Thunder videos on my channel. And by a lot, enough for me to remember almost every single one of them very vividly. So yes, This is a good game. Highly recommend. Again.
Do with Siamese twins. Every single vehicle is detailed and modeled down to the smallest detail. Health bars? No, you fool. You idiot.
No.
You moron. Every component is deeply modeled. Oh no, my track has been shot. Oh no, my turret can't rotate. Oh no. I'm dead.
no.
War Hunter, I mean War Thunder offers the most
can't do
immersive possible combat
roundhouse.
experience. And guess what? It's free. Play it now on PC, Xbox Series XS,
Just don't
PlayStation
drop
5,
any
or any previous
documents,
generation
please.
console. War Hunter, I mean War Thunder spans over 100 years of vehicle warfare. Biplanes, gunships, whatever the hell this thing is. Wait, you don't have a joystick to fly the F-14 Tomcat? Don't you worry, fucko, you can fly with a mouse. My favorite thing about War Hunter, I mean War Thunder, is the frighteningly deep knowledge within the community. Some might say too deep. Play
Yeah,
War Thunder
very
now
deep.
on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox using my link in the description, and you'll get a bunch of free stuff, multiple premium vehicles, a premium account, boosters, and much, much more. What are you waiting for?
let's go.
Download today and fly a $50 million jet directly into the ground.
Do it. Do it. I bet you won't. Yahoo! If you could leave a like and subscribe to the universe, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyway, we were
Anyways.
not in fact in an F-14 Tomcat, but in Penna's green car. I stopped him at the side of the tractor and hopped out to
Aw.
survey the damage. To make a
Oh.
very long, painful story short, this tractor
Yeah.
is a fucking bastard.
Yes.
The very next thing I did
I
was
believe
disconnect the
it's-
tractor from the trailer, which was a
The
terrible
trailer.
mistake.
Eh.
I fetched the bike back from home and used it to unflip the tractor with about 10 minutes of finagling. Yes! Now from here you'd think things would be easy, right?
Huh. So, realistic. That's very realistic. I expect the same reaction if I ever get into a position where I need to leverage an entire farm truck with a little scooter. We call those kinds of scooters, we call liquor sickles down here. I think the name is pretty self-explanatory, but basically they're called liquor sickles because the person driving it has gotten a DUI. A couple of them. Not just one or two.
Used it to unflip the tractor with about 10 minutes of finagling.
Oh my gosh,
Now from
that's
here you'd think things would be
crazy.
easy, right? I could just simply use the tractor to flip over the trailer and then drive off. Nope. First,
Not even
I
the
tried lifting
beer?
the trailer with the fork loader.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
What? Oh, what?
Shit! I unflipped the tractor again
Physics.
and tried ramming it.
Yeah. Oh, no. Back up. Back up
didn't work.
immediately.
Stop! No! Oh my god!
Life
Another
is
10 minutes of
pain.
finagling with the bike and the tractor was unflipped again.
Yay. What?
This time I took things a bit slower, did some maneuvering with the fork loader, and finally got the trailer flipped the right way around.
Yeah.
And the tractor flipped over again.
Yeah. Tipping
No!
the tractor's really
Another
easy.
flip of the tractor and another attempt. I got the trailer completely flat with the help of the tractor and tried bumping it with a beer case to help get the wheels unstuck.
What? This is the most ridiculous thing I've seen. I'm going to fix my broken tractor with a liquor sickle, and I'm also going to pick up the trailer attachment with the tractor forklift, but the tractor forklift is getting stuck. This is great. Oh my
Flat
god.
with the help of the tractor and tried bumping it with a beer case to help get the wheels
Oh,
unstuck.
and the beer case.
What? And this happened.
What?
What?
Is it, what?
This
Oh
was after
god.
40 minutes of the same bullshit happening over and over. I'd get the trailer flat to the ground, it would spring itself back into position, and I'd be back at square one. I couldn't take it. It was time to cheat. I went back home,
my
saved the game,
gosh.
installed the Grab Anything mod, and went back to the scene of the crime. It turns out this
Accurate.
was actually a great idea. When I
Yeah.
picked up the trailer, it behaved normally. But when I let it go, it did this.
What happened? Why is it?
When I disconnected
what
the trailer
happened?
at the very beginning, it locked
The only thing I could possibly think that could maybe cause that is one of the vertices of the 3D model itself was stuck inside the ground. I know the odds of that happening are not too high, but you know, it's still a possibility. That's just so... I don't see how it could have happened though. It's just, I guess they happen randomly though, huh?
When I disconnected the trailer at the very beginning, it locked it into that orientation at that position, so when I tried to move it, it would force itself back.
Yeah.
The only way to unlock it
One of
would be
the
to attach it
vertices
to the
is
tractor,
stuck.
which was not possible with the trailer on its side. So to fix it, I grabbed the trailer, oriented it the right way round, and stuck it to the tractor. Oh my god.
It worked!
It worked. Back home, it was time to continue building the Satsuma, which I'd managed to get running only for one of its pistons to commit die and fire itself out of the engine.
Well, okay.
I replaced
Can a car run with 3 pistons? Because if it can still run on 3 pistons, I mean that's not too bad. Although I would assume it would probably end up damaging the rest of the engine, huh?
only for
don't
one of its
know.
pistons to commit die and fire itself out of the engine. I replaced the piston and head gasket, fired up the car again, and took her for another test drive.
He's doing a great job this time.
Oh dear!
Well, shit.
I tried to have
Turns
a
out the
barbecue.
piston firing itself
Sorry.
out of the engine also destroyed the oil pan, and the engine had no oil in it.
Oh
No
no.
oil is bad. I didn't know that the oil pan had a hole in it. All I had done was check the
That's-
dipstick, which
that's
read
bad.
no oil, so I tried adding an entire bottle of motor oil, which went through the engine and out of the pan onto the floor.
Wow.
Well done. After fixing the oil pan and adding another bottle of motor oil, the car did indeed
I wasn't expecting the game to actually be like that faithful to a broken part. Because I know a lot of games you can kind of like cheat past a broken part, and because like the game will still recognize that the part itself still has like a bounding box to collect the fuel in this case. So seeing that the broken part is actually broken, you can't do anything about it, that's actually quite nice. Good touch. Good effort as well. Kudos.
Well
I love
done.
it.
After fixing the oil pan and adding another bottle of motor oil, the car did indeed work just fine. The car
Nice.
worked, but my feeble little brain did
Oh,
not.
poor
To test the
brain.
car, I decided against
It's okay.
driving it and instead just revved the engine a bit. Enough to get the water in the radiator hot enough to where it exploded out of the can.
Hot, hot.
Oh shit. Me, being a bit of an idiot and wanting to get a better look, switched
No.
off the engine and unscrewed the cap, which, let me remind you, had a bunch of superheated steam underneath it.
He skipped
My
off.
eyes! Yep. I'm a fucking idiot. Now, the car could
okay.
run, which is all great, but if I
It's
wanted to
fine.
win the rally race in this thing, I would need to substantially upgrade it. Better tires,
Yeah.
better wheels, a better engine, better exhaust, proper racing seats, nitrous, the
Better everything. You just need a whole new car. At this point, it's just you need a better everything to get a better car.
upgraded. Better tires, better wheels, a better engine, better exhaust, proper racing seats, nitrous, the
Yep.
list goes on.
Yep.
To get these upgrades, we would need money. Lots
How to get
and
money.
lots of money. And me? Well, I was broke. In my summer car, there are a lot of
okay.
ways of making money. Everything from chopping and delivering firewood, to putting ads in people's letterboxes, to illegally brewing sugar wine and selling it to the local alcoholic.
So that seems to be the way to go. It's always the wine. The wine is the way. At least from what I can tell.
Legally brewing sugar wine and selling it to the local alcoholic.
Oh my gosh!
One of the best jobs you can do is finding junk cars by the side of the road and towing them back to the repair shop. The first bit of junk I found was this bucket thing. The day I chose to do this wasn't exactly ideal. Saturday. The
Oh,
rally
we're
would be on,
close.
and cars would be flying down the dirt road every few minutes. That, however, was not the issue. The issue was these guys standing by the road to watch the rally.
Oh my gosh.
And my, less than optimal driving.
Yeah. Oh no!
Unbeknownst
Sorry,
to me,
Joe.
this action had sealed my fate.
Really?
Since it was Saturday, the shop wasn't even open, so I left the junk there and drove the rest of the way home on the dirt track where every few
Wait, was that the owner of the shop? They actually stayed dead? No way.
Since it was Saturday, the shop wasn't even
I have to
open,
see
so I
this.
left the
I
junk
have to
there
make
and drove the
sure.
rest of the way home on the dirt track where every few minutes an idiot rally driver would smash into me at incredible speed.
Yeah? Well, you're
Back home, I
you're
sleep.
safe.
Today was going to be good.
Yeah.
Today was going to be productive.
Yeah.
Today I was going to get the bat. Oh shit. Yep.
Oh, hi.
That guy I ran over earlier, he died.
No,
Yes.
man.
Well,
There's jail?
Prison. Our stay here was for 10 days.
Oh.
May not seem so bad, especially considering we murdered someone, but 10
Yeah,
days in my summer
that's
car
pretty
is
bad.
20 hours. Factoring in sleep, our stay here could be as low as 15-ish hours, real time, no abusing save states, just sitting here.
That is terrible. That is terrible. Note to self, do not commit murder in this game. Wow, holy fluff. You actually have to spend 20 hours of your life getting out of jail. Thank you for taking the hit for me, Mart. I really appreciate it.
As low as 15-ish hours, real time, no abusing save states, just sitting here.
Yep. Just
Damn.
sitting there.
Okay, time's up. In prison, I had hatched a devious plan. Robbery. Timo's. A simple
Do you not
establishment.
learn?
The grocery store on one end and the pub on the other. The pub has this inside.
Yes.
Slot machine. Timo lost the keys to it a while ago, so it's just been sitting there collecting cash. The
Okay.
plan was simple. Drive the tractor into town, smash the window with the fork, attach the machine to the fork, and violently yank it out of the store. The plan sounded good enough, and so, the heist was on. I loaded up the tractor and drove it into town.
Is there even a guarantee that there's actual money in this machine? If there is, that's impressive. Very impressive.
The plan sounded good enough, and so, the heist was on. I loaded up the tractor and
love
drove it into town
heists.
in the dead of night. There, I found our victim, Timo's pub, and the slot
Timo!
machine inside. Unlucky for us, though, were these two guys outside. So, with some quick thinking, I used the tractor's
Go
fork
away.
loader and, moved them.
Yeah.
I smashed open
That's
the window,
okay.
attached the machine to the tractor, and yanked it out with ferocious anger. Yes. I took it to the sports field, laid it down on its front, pried off the back plate with a screwdriver, and began ransacking it for everything
Oh
it
my
had.
gosh.
Everything it had turned out to be 7,000 marks.
That's insane.
Not bad. A celebration was in order. I popped
love
over to Timo's
it.
and bought myself a pizza.
I would have never thought to actually do that. Because most of the time, those are for decoration. You're not gonna steal from it, right? That's insane. New meta!
Not bad. A celebration was in order. I popped over to Timo's and bought myself a pizza. For 2,700 marks. Somehow he knew I had broken his window and had fined me for my trouble. Prison had made me a violent, angry man.
Yes,
and
it
this
has.
sent me completely over the edge. I sculled back a healthy 10 beers and began pissing and shitting all over the place. These fucking bastards had locked me up for doing basically nothing, and now they were
Yeah.
taking what was rightfully mine. I drank more,
Yeah.
I pissed more, I punched this guy in the head, I took the slot machine to the highway and placed it in the way of oncoming cars. I was here to tear down society. Fuck it, the rally was on. They wanted to lock me up for running over one guy? Well, how about I run over all these fuckers?
Oh my gosh.
Well, shit.
Prison really changes people. Prison really does something to you. I see it now. I understand. It's okay. Hopefully, maybe this time Mart will learn. Maybe.
These fuckers. Well,
Hopefully he learns
shit.
in 154 days.
153 days in prison is a long time.
That's a very
About
long time.
230 hours of waiting that I
Don't have.
definitely waited for. It gave me time to think, to consider, to ponder.
Yeah.
Was I on the right path? Was a life of crime really for me? No.
No.
Once I got out of here, it was time to build the car and win
the car.
that goddamn rally.
And win like
And in
a
no time
good,
at all,
good for
I was
good-
out.
Yeah.
Our first task was getting the car inspected. I wouldn't even be allowed to participate if the car wasn't road legal, so I had to
Yeah.
make it road legal. To do
You had
that,
to make it
I need
legal.
more money. And no, I would not be partaking in any more crime to do this.
Oh.
I was a new man. So, my first money-making venture was illegally brewing sugar wine to sell to the local alcoholic.
He's a changed man. He's not doing crime. He's just illegally brewing sugar wine. You know, something's not adding up in that sentence. I wonder what it could be.
So, my first money-making venture was illegally brewing sugar wine to sell to the local alcoholic.
Yeah, it's not
You know,
illegal if they don't know,
Like
right?
a businessman.
Yeah.
Firewood. First you chop it, then you deliver. 3,400 marks. Sewage.
That's
My uncle
worth
lost
it.
his license traveling at 169 kilometers an hour on the M31, and he's given me the keys to his sewage truck. Suck
Okay.
out sewage, get paid. Sewage. More sewage. The sewage truck is very big. Make
That's
sure to
a
drive
lot
it
of
carefully and
sewage.
watch out for that pole. More sewage. The tank is full. Time to dump it in the waste treatment plant. Whoopsie, I accidentally dumped it all over the floor. We got cash. Upgrades. Rear wing. Very important. Gauge cluster.
I'm sorry, I have to point this out. Why does this sound like he's like singing a song almost? It's very rhythmic. I kind of like it. But I don't know if I should be vibing right now or not. I have conflicting opinions and emotions.
I accidentally dumped it all over the floor.
Oh, no!
We got cash. Upgrades. Rear wing. Very important. Gauge cluster. Bam. Tachometer. Bam. Drunk man is calling. Drive him home. Money. Green car driving.
Nice.
Fuck. Okay. Listen, mate. I just need you to fuck off.
Ooh.
Right now. Grandma wants groceries. I buy Grandma a bunch of groceries. Drunk man, delivered home again. Sugar wine sold to drunk man. Sewage. So much sewage. Dead moose on the highway. Wait
It's
a
a
minute.
lot of sewage.
This isn't Finland. Timo wants me to advertise. Okay, Timo. I'll advertise for you, Timo. I have flipped the car. Picking strawberries.
God.
Man insults you while you make a terrible wage. Who are you looking at, you fucking dickhead? I forgot about Grandma's groceries. They've all gone
Oh,
off. Here you go, Grandma. 8 kilos of spoiled sausages and 20 liters of moldy milk.
It'll
Yes,
be
Grandma.
fine,
That's awesome,
Grandma.
Grandma. Can I have my Yes, Grandma. Really cool, Grandma. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally. 74 marks. More sugar wine deliveries.
Yeah, 74. You're lucky you got 74 at all, Mart. I'm just saying.
Cool, Grandma. Okay. Finally. 74 marks. More sugar wine deliveries. Hey, look, it's Penna. I'll just stop to let him cross the intersection. Cruising down the street in my
I don't think
6'4",
he wanted to
jocking the
cross.
bitches, slapping the... Is that a bee? And now,
Oh,
the
God.
moment we've all been waiting for.
I can't
Inspection.
unsee the-
Will we pass? Will we fail? Who knows?
Oh,
Well, this guy
gosh,
does.
the white
How does he know?
dog.
Just fucking banging on the car with a screwdriver?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So is this how inspections actually go when they take your car inside and you don't see it for the rest of the day? Actually, now I think about it, what's the explanation for that? I have been victim of extremely long maintenance. Not for my car, but while I was with like a sibling, so on and so forth, where it would take actual hours for something they initially say is like, oh, it's just to be like 10, 30 minutes between those two times. Why? Why is it so quick sometimes? And why is it so slow most of the other times?
Fucking banging on the car with a screwdriver?
Yeah, he's doing his job. Don't judge
Yep.
him.
And what do you know? We failed.
What?
You fucking dickhead. Do you know who I am? I need this car right now. You know what? I'll be right back.
How did he fail?
I fixed up everything Mr. Inspection Dickhead wanted me to fix. Got him to hit my car with his trusty screwdriver again. And what do you know? We passed.
Yay!
The repair shop owner, Fleetari, caught wind I had shat all over the inspection shop parking lot and rewarded
Yeah.
me with a 50%
You
discount.
know what adds a bit more humor to that is that it's not Mart's crap. It's literally the entire town's crap.
Fleetari caught wind I had shat all over the inspection shop parking lot and rewarded me with a 50% discount and 10 bottles of the
Nice.
strongest booze in all of Finland.
Oh wow.
Thanks, mate. Gentlemen, the time was upon us. The
It
car
is
was working
time.
well. It was registered and it had a few upgrades. The day was
Yeah,
Saturday.
and
I could
it's
just
legal.
tell big things were going to happen today. I drove to the
Yes.
rally sign-up station and signed up. Well, I would have signed up if I hadn't forgotten my helmet.
Oh my gosh.
Shit. Satsuma was in fact drivable, but had been having a few issues with the
Yeah.
suspension. Quite a few issues, in fact. Cornering was basically impossible, and when I hopped
Oh.
out of the car, it did this.
I don't think that's what
I found that if I took a wheel off and then just stuck it back on. So, rally o'clock, it was.
Now what have we learned? Pull over before fiddling with your vehicle. Not in the middle of the road, please. Pretty please. With cherries on top. That poor
So, rally o'clock, it was.
bus.
I drove to the start, this guy counted me down,
Oh.
and off I went. The race did not last long. Oh no,
What?
oh no. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, no,
what
flip.
happened?
Fuck!
Is this suspension
Shit.
again?
Attempt 2. This time was even worse.
Oh no. It was worse?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
No!
oh,
No!
no. No, it's not
Attempt
done.
3. This time was even worse.
No way! Oh,
God. Fuck!
Ow.
Attempt 4.
That hurts. Is he not gonna
This
fix
time I
it?
took things a little slower. Instead of barreling around the corners at over 100 kilometers an hour and flying off the track, I took them at 80 kilometers an hour,
Oh.
keeping all 4 wheels in contact with the ground and preventing any crashes. This strategy worked. I didn't even crash once throughout the entire track.
Nice.
Just, after I finished. Slow and steady does
can
win the
afford
race,
that.
boys. Now let's see what we got.
Slow and steady wins the race. It really does.
We got
The lip smacking.
dead last.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh no. Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't.
guess
Mart.
I'll,
No.
All hope wasn't lost. Stage 2 of the race was tomorrow, and it was the same route as stage 1, but in reverse.
Oh.
Surely tomorrow, I would redeem myself. I took the car back to the start of the rally and parked there overnight as per the rules. Except I didn't read the rules closely enough, because I parked in the wrong spot.
Oh my gosh.
To get to the start of stage 2, I'd have to take the highway, which has a speed limit of
That's
100
okay.
kilometers an hour. I'd been completely ignoring the speed limit, which turned out to be quite a costly mistake.
Yeah. There it is. Wow.
This little fucker
I love that this game actually has consequences for your actions. I say that, but I also don't like getting consequences for my actions. I like to mess around. I don't want to be punished. Please be nice to me. Oh no.
This little fucker got me going 115 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
Only 15% over. I'm sure the fine isn't that bad.
No, not at all.
Shit. That is a lot of money. I didn't have the money
That's
to pay
a
the
lot.
fine, so I just gave him the finger and fucked off.
You just
Anyway,
drove through.
I had a job
Okay.
to do. Get a good time on the second stage and try my best to get out of last place. And before I knew it, the rally was on. On the straights, I got up to 100 kilometers an hour, and in the turns, I could manage just a bit below that. Of course, going at this speed with my flimsy little car,
Oh, God.
mistakes were bound to
Be
happen.
safe.
We spun, but
Oh.
we could keep going. Then we flipped the
Yeah.
car. No!
Oh.
But we could
But-
keep going.
Yeah.
Then
Let's go.
we launched it into a ditch.
Oh.
The door was hanging off,
That's okay.
but we could keep going.
Yes, we
And
can.
then- We hit a rock. Oh.
Oh.
We could not keep going.
That rock just trashed the whole interior. And the body. Parts flew off. All my fluff. Note to self. Never trust a rock. Never. Mm-mm.
Oh.
Ow.
We could not keep going.
It's okay,
I was
Mark.
extremely close to the end, so I
It's
jumped
okay.
out of the car and legged it all the way to the finish line. I still had a bit of hope, despite all the tumbling
You
around the car.
legged
We had
it.
driven fairly well, and so
Uh-huh.
I checked our time. It,
Not.
wasn't good.
Oh.
My time was so bad, it didn't even show up on the leaderboard.
It didn't.
A time so terrible that it sent me spiraling into a deep depression.
No,
I drank a
it's
case of
okay,
beer, drove to
Mark.
Fleetari's, found the 10 bottles of booze, and drank until I blacked
No.
out. And blacked out again.
No.
And blacked out again.
Oh my god.
And again.
Oh my
and again.
gosh. Mark.
And again.
It's okay.
And then it was next week.
Just if you just fix the car, make it even better, you'll get first place guaranteed with your brain. Absolutely.
And again. And again.
Oh.
And again.
Poor Mark.
And then it was next week. During my bout of violent alcoholism, I found 9,000 marks of unpaid fines on the kitchen counter. Fucking 9,000 marks in unpaid fines. So,
a lot.
I was in a lot of debt. The police would probably be at my door to throw me back in jail soon.
Yeah.
And I still had a rally to win. Things
Yeah.
were not looking good in the Mart household. I needed money, and fast. So when
Mark
Mr. Drunk
needs
Man
money.
called at 2 a.m. asking for a
Sell a
ride home,
kidney.
I obliged. I picked him up, and he began his usual drunken babbling. But this time, he let me in on a little secret. His wife had bought a winning lottery ticket, and he had stolen it and the money without her realizing. He said he kept the money hidden away in a suitcase. How much money? 5 million marks.
So, we're in a lot of debt. Police want us, and we need to win a race. And there's a suitcase sitting in the drunk man's house with 5 million marks. So he's perfectly safe. We're just gonna drive him home and mind our business, right?
Kept the money hidden away in a suitcase. How much money? 5 million marks. If I could find that suitcase, that would be
NPC
enough money to pay off my
dialogue.
debts and build the rally car of my
Important.
dreams. Did I really want to steal from this man? I had sworn off a life of crime. Yet here I was, considering stealing millions from this guy
Do
who
it.
thinks he's my friend. Approximately 3 seconds of pondering later, I
Oh my
concluded,
gosh.
money.
Yeah.
To find the briefcase, I would have to scour the entire map. Every little nook,
Yeah.
every cranny. Oh, look, there it is.
Oh! It's right there.
Oh. I threw it in the back of my car
You got
and
so
drove home,
lucky.
having a minor accident on the way.
A minor
Shit.
accident.
I opened the briefcase, and oh my, that is a lot of money.
Oh my money.
Literally 15,000 presses of E later, I was left with 1.5 million marks. Much less than the
That's a
advertised
lot.
5 million, but hey, he probably spent it on sugar wine or something.
Yeah.
It was time for some upgrades. I bought the entire catalogue. The best suspension, the best
let's
carburetor,
go.
nitrous, a new steering wheel, all the cool body panels, the best radiator,
Ooh.
time on the dynamometer to measure
whole
our
new
immense
car.
power. And most importantly,
I
a cool
swear.
paint job.
Yeah!
Gentlemen, the car was ready for round 2.
It is
I gave it a good
ready.
test on the highway, and of course, I got pulled over and fined 30,000 marks on the spot. Fucking dickhead.
That's okay.
The car was ready, but I needed
Who
some practice.
cares?
So I took it to the dirt track and drove the route over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Every corner, every gear shift, each slight bump and bend. I even
Ooh.
got rid of the stick shift and switched to pedals for speedier
Nice.
shifting. And a couple of hours of practice later, we were finally ready for competition.
That's actually really surprisingly in-depth. This game, it's, lives up to the term that looks really can be deceiving. I love it. This is great.
Shift and switched to pedals for speedier shifting. And a couple of hours of practice later, we were finally ready for competition.
Yeah, let's go. We've got this.
Saturday, the start of the rally. Big things were about to happen. This dude counted me down,
Big.
and off we went. The car was very fast. All the upgrades had turned it into an absolute weapon on the track. I shot past the repair shop, around the sharp bends, went a bit wide on this turn and hit a tree, but let's ignore that.
Yeah,
Past the
let's
turn off to
ignore
my
that.
house, past Grandma's house, over the train tracks, and across the line. The pace felt
That's
very good,
awesome.
and checking the standings confirmed my suspicions. Oh, yes. That's right, fellas.
First
place.
place.
I was officially in the running to actually win the rally. All I had to do was have a
go.
similarly good performance on stage 2. I took the car
You'll be
back to the
fine,
parking
right?
area and parked in the right spot and went back home.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I was gonna win. Back home,
I have a really bad
sleep.
feeling. I have a really bad
this
feeling. I don't
sleep
know why.
was a bit different. I was not woken by the pleasant sounds of the Finnish countryside or even the phone ringing, but by a belligerent drunk man in my room with an axe.
Oh my god!
Turns out he
How does he
didn't
remember?
appreciate me taking his money.
Wait. He remembers telling specifically Mart that he. Oh my gosh!
Turns out he didn't appreciate me taking his money.
He did not appreciate
Fair enough.
it.
Well, with him subdued, I went to finish the rally.
Subdued.
Stage 2. This time I'd parked in the correct spot and wouldn't be incurring a time penalty. I took the car to the start of the next stage, where I signed up, and before I knew it, the rally was on.
Yeah! Vibes. Surely
All that
nothing
practice
bad
had
will
paid
happen.
off. I knew the corners. I knew the bumps. We flew over the train tracks, past Grandma's house, past the turn off to my house, into the sharp left turn, past the drunk man's house, past the repair shop and the mansion
So
with wasps in it,
fast.
through the farmland, and before I knew it, the race was done.
Nice. How long did the race take?
There it was.
I'm curious to see how fast
Oh,
he
yes.
went.
We had driven pretty
11
damn
minutes?
good, and we're 30 seconds ahead of second place.
Wow. Nothing like winning a race and cracking open a cold one.
I knew just how to celebrate. The fireworks back home. On the way back, I crossed the bridge. I'd crossed the bridge many times at this point,
Bridge?
but this time, it felt different.
What happened? What? No way! What? I need confirmation. Is that a mod? Or is that actually programmed in the game? Oh my god. That's dark. That's really dark. That's extremely dark. I don't even know what to say about that. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, NPC. Martin! You killed him! Why? The poor man!
Thank you once again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. You can download them from the link in the description.
Thank you, Mart.
Or you can go hunt warts or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Thank you for tuning in to another NEKO Reacts. Were you expecting that kind of ending? I know I wasn't. I'm still kind of in shock about it. Let me know in the comments below what you expected. Until then, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Mata ne! Bye!